Hi, good morning, all of you. Previously, we learned exponents, right? What is exponent, what is power, and with the basic, how it's formed, everything we learned. Today, in this topic, we are going to learn about more information regarding the exponents and powers, how to use, and into how many forms are there. That I'm going to explain. Are you ready? Hope everyone are interested. Come on, look at a to the power of n. A to the power of n. I said you, the general form of exponential notation. A to the power of n. Now, so it is like vice versa. When a number multiplication is repeated, we can write in short form. When it is given in a short form, we can write in exponential notation. Hope everyone understood the relation between them. A to the power of n. Now I have written here short form. I want to write with expanded form. How do you write? Once you have to recall which you learned in the previous. A into A, so on. N times, right? A to the power of n can be written as A into A, so on n times. Previously we learned when A into A, so on n times, we can write in the short form is A to the power of n. So we have discussed it there. A repeated multiplication short form is exponential notation. Right. Now here a short form, how do you write in expanded form? Both in vice versa. Be remember. And next I'm going to introduce about exponents in different ways. Suppose all mathematics means we want to make time to be very few seconds we are supposed to solve the sum. How much? As much as possible, everyone are supposed to try to simplify the solution and to complete the problem, right? Now, to complete the solution in that way, we are going to introduce about different types of laws. That is nothing but laws. That laws, what is the purpose of laws? Or formulae. That familiar word is formulae. So, why? What is the use of the formulae is in the sense to make the sum is in short form. So, because of that short form of to find the solution, it takes easy to find, and so when you are applying the formulas, we will get interest to solve the solution. So, in what way we have to see. Now, I'll show you here 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Now, I have written 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 separately in one bracket. Right? Now, into, again I kept into, again 2 into 2 into 2. Hope everyone understood between these two. Here the same number 2 is multiplying 4 times. Here the same number 2 is multiplying 3 times. You may get doubt. All of them are same. Why? We have to separate them. That's what I'm to notice the difference when you are writing them at once and when you are writing them separately. What is the difference? I'll let you know. Look at here. 2 into 2 into. I don't want to write 2 4 times. I want to write short form, that is 2 to the power of 4 into 2 is multiplying 3 times. Now 3 times I don't want to write. So I want to write an exponential short form. Right? Now here suppose, forget about these two. If you forget about these two, if you want to write, if you remove the brackets also, as you are thinking about that what is the necessity of brackets, if suppose the brackets are not there, then 2, how many times 2 is multiplying? So finally, you can write here 2 is multiplying by 7 times, right? But whereas brackets are to be applied here, then 2 power 4 into 2 power 3. Now, I want to write 2 to the power of 4 plus 3, nothing but 2 to the power of 7. Right? Now, for any problem, suppose writing the expanded form of everything and writing in the short form, it consumes a lot of time. So, to save the time, we have to use the formulas. You can see here, when 2 is writing 7 times multiplication, you are writing 2 to the power of 10. Whereas 2 to the power of 4 into 2 to the power of 3, simply we can add it and 2 power 4 plus 3. right? Nothing but 2 to the power of 7. From this, I want to get a small law of an exponent. What is law of an exponent? Laws of exponents. Laws of exponents. From this, I want to bring a formula, that is a power m into a power n is equal to a to the power of m plus n, right? A power m into a power n is equal to a power m plus n. Same application we applied here. When we are applying this, it is easy to solve the sum. I'll show you one example, one more example. 3 to the power of 6 into 3 to the power of 3. Yes, without applying formula, you can solve it. How it is? So, 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. 3 power 6 is done. Now coming to 3 power 3. 3 into 3 into 3. Right? Now 3 power 6 writing 3 times. 3 power 3 writing 3 times. While writing, you may forget to write about either 1 3 you may miss it, or 1 3 you may write more. So at that time, it takes the result getting to be, you may get wrong answer, right? So those things does not happen. When it doesn't happen, you have to apply the laws. These mistakes won't be appear, right? That's what, better to apply the formulas. How to apply the formula? 3 power 6 into 3 power 3. Now you can compare with the formula. What is the formula? That is, when the bases are same, when the bases are same, you can add the exponents and both the terms are multiply each other. Both the terms are multiply each other, right? Here you can see bases are same, terms are multiplying each other. So simply you can write 3 to the power of 6 plus 3, nothing but 3 to the power of 9. Now come on, if you are too smart, will follow this. If you are doing blind work, will follow this. Okay, hope everyone doing the smart work, so that we are applying the formulas, right? So such a type of formulas we have, 7 formulas are there. I'll show you how the formulas to be useful, how the formulas, what are those formulas are there. A power m by a power n, a to the power of m minus n, a power m whole power n, a to the power of mn. So while writing the formulas, you have to notice what is the logic is supposed to be there and in what way you have to apply the formula. A power m by a power n. You can see and you can notice in the numerator and denominator, the base is same, exponents are different. Okay, exponents doesn't matter, the bases must be the same. A to the power of m by a to the power of n, a power m minus n, where m is greater than n. And one more formula you can write from this. Wait, I'll show you. A to the power of 1 by a to the power of n minus m. This is the formula you have to apply where n is less than m, right? So you may get confused that in what way we have to apply. I'll show you one example. Come on, look at 3 to the power of 4 by 3 to the power of 2. 3 to the power of 4 by 3 to the power of 2. Here clearly you can notice a power m by a power n. Base is same, different exponents, right? Now a to the power of m minus n. Here m is greater than n. Here m is greater than n. So you can write simply the answer 3 power 2. Now 3 power 5 by 3 power 7. For this 3 to the power of 7 minus 5. Nothing but 1 by 3 to the power of 2. Here n is greater than m. N is greater than m. Look at here, n is greater than m. So that 1 by 3 to the power of 7 minus 5 can be written as 1 by 3 to the power of 2. Here n is greater than m. Clearly, while I am explaining a to the power of n general form, n must be positive integer. N must be positive integer. It should be always positive, because where other than the positive integer we cannot expand, because you have, I'll show you. Suppose 2 to the power of minus 4 is there. So whereas exponent place, if it is minus 4, how many times, how can you expand? It is not possible to expand. That's what, while defining itself, we will give clear information that n is always positive integer. N is always positive integer. It should be remind in your mind. Now, n is greater than m. A power m by a power m minus n, whereas m greater than n, and 1 by a to the power of n minus m, whereas n greater than m. Hope everyone understood the formula. Now, third formula, a to the power of m whole to the power of n, a to the power of m whole to the power of a to the power of m into n, nothing but a to the power of mn. A to the power of m whole to the power of n, a to the power of m into n, nothing but a power mn. Right? This is the third formula. How do you apply? How do you apply is in the sense, suppose 2 to the power of 4 whole to the power of 2 is there. Clearly you have to apply the formula, compare with the formula. A power m 2 power 4 whole power 2. What is the simplest form? A power m into n, nothing but 2 power 4 into 2, nothing but 2 power 8. Right? Easily you can find. Suppose if formula application if you won't do, then what you are supposed to do? 2 into 2 into 2 you have to complete, and after getting product 16 and then write 16 into 16. It's very tough to write, tough to find also. That's why if you apply the formula, it is easy to find the solution. Right? Next, coming to the fourth formula, a to the power of minus n is equal to 1 by a to the power of n. A to the power of minus n is equal to 1 by a to the power of n, because already we have discussed n always must be a positive integer, so that you have to make, though it is a negative integer, you have to make, by sending the term into the denominator, you must make it as positive integer. Look at here, 1 by 2 to the power of minus 4. Minus 4. Negative integer, we cannot expand. So, using that formula, you have to write sending the same term into the place of denominator. So, the minus becomes to plus. So, 2 to the power of minus 4 can be written as 1 by 2 to the power of 4. Now, you can solve the solution. When it became the negative integer to positive integer, automatically you can find the solution. Right? The next, the formula 5. What is the fifth formula is? A to the power of m a by b whole power m is equal to a power m by b power m. When the terms are dividing containing the same exponent, the exponent to be allotted for the numerator as well as to the denominator. Right? Now, suppose 2 by 3 whole to the power of 6. Then you can write this 2 power 6 by 3 to the power of 6. A by b whole power m can be written as a power m by b power m. And one more formula, when the two terms are producing with the same product, when the two terms are multiplying to this product have the same exponent, you can give individually the exponent to both of them. Individually the exponent to both of them. AB whole power m is equal to a power m into b power m. right? Next, the next formula, a to the power of 0 is equal to 1. A to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Understood? A power 0 means the exponent of any term. If it is 0, then the value is always is equal to 1. A power 0 is equal to 1, right? Now, the next formula, last one is, if a power m is equal to a power n, a power m is equal to a power n. Here you have to notice both the terms are equal with the same base, then you can equate the exponents. Like, how do you apply that? How do you apply means, a power 2 to the power of 7 is equal to 2 to the power of n. 2 to the power of 7 is equal to 2 to the power of n. Now, here two terms are equal with the same base. Then, according to this law, you can equate the bases. Therefore, the value of n is equal to 7. So, by using this formula, if in the place of exponent any variable is appear, you can apply this formula especially to find the value of the variable while solving the sums. These 8 laws of exponents are very, very important to solve the problems. How to apply all these formulas, I have shown you already with a few examples. Still little more information I'll give you next.